Hi, this is Kevin Martin at Piece of the Past Autographs and Auctions. Today we're going to talk about what is an autograph worth, particularly what's your autograph worth. Now we have a free appraisal service. We can answer that question for you at our site, pieceofthepast.com, but let me tell you a few things that affect the value of your autograph. First of all, what's it written in? Well, a lot of autographs, especially 1930s and back, are written in pencil, because pencils were more prominent than pens in those time period. But the problem with pencil is this. Someone recently said on a website, because they didn't know any better, oh, pencils fade. Pencils don't fade. That's absurd. Actually, ink fades. So this is how misinformation gets out there. No, pencils can't be dated. By that we mean the chemicals that a specialty dealer like ourselves can use to tell how long ink has been on paper, how old it is, how old the paper. You can't do that with pencil. Secondly, it's easy to erase and change, obviously. There's just a lot of problems that cause pencil on average to be worth, by the same counterpart in ink, about 25% less. So if you had a Marilyn Monroe signature, for example, that was in ink worth a couple of $1,000s, in pencil it would be worth $1,500. So pencil hurts the value. Secondly is the content. You say, well, is there a content with a signature? No, a cut or just a plain signature is a signature. That's the lowest entry level for collecting and the lowest price point for someone. So let's use Marilyn Monroe as an example again. A signature of Marilyn Monroe on a piece of paper, you're looking at about $1,500. A check, there were a lot of those found, sell for a lot more. Now there are two types of her checks. This is where content comes in again. Some were typed and then signed by her, and they sell for $2,200, $2,500. Some were entirely handwritten by her, so you get all of that handwriting on the check. Those sell for $4,000 or $5,000. Signed photos, worth even more than that check or document. And then depending on how sexy or attractive the signed photo is, condition matters to the value of your autograph. If you've got something with tape on it or that's been laminated, it's virtually useless to a collector anymore, and it's going to be worth a lot less, no matter what the value of the item. Even a Beatles set of signatures is going to be worth a fraction of the value if someone tragically has taped over it or laminated it, which again, people did back in those days, not knowing that they would ever become the value that they are, some of them. If it's had any restoration to it, that's going to hurt the value of it. Inscriptions. Now, inscriptions, it simply means if the autograph is signed to somebody, to Kevin, to John, to Mary, and that, you say, does that affect the value? It does for Tom Cruise, but not Marilyn Monroe. Why? A little history lesson again. Again, when people met the stars, the older stars that are worth a lot of money today, your Judy Garlands, John Wayne, and the Three Stooges, and Bogart, they would often be inscribed to the person on an album page or photo because they had no value. It was just the value in meeting the star, and it was so collectible to them. They didn't know it was going to be worth a lot of money later and collected. Nowadays, it's a big hobby, and people like Tom Cruise do private signings. They do signings for charities and so forth. So if you had a Tom Cruise photo, which is plentiful, and you can find in almost any entertainment dealer's catalog for $50, and he wrote to John on it, guess what? Unless your name is John, that's going to hurt that value. But on the vintage older pieces, it doesn't. In fact, it might help the value. And if you're looking at values, you should use something like our price guide, the official autograph collector price guide. It's had 4 editions. A new one's coming out this next year, 2018. We'll tell you about that on the website. 60,000 values and all kinds of tips about prices. Or a free evaluation and appraisal tool like on our website at pieceofthepast.com. But if you insist on using eBay, like so many people do, to look on there, and they say, well, this is what this person sold this for or listed it for, those are two different statements. People list them for the moon. They're crazy on their evaluations. There are literally pieces on there right now, like On the Road Again, Willie Nelson guitar for $5,000, that person's had up for over 2 years. And they've never sold it. It's not worth that right now. It's not going to sell for that right now. So you have to look under the sold tabs, the green lines under an advanced tab. It doesn't matter. You can ask anything you want. But a value of an autograph is what it sells consistently for on a daily basis. Until next time, happy collecting, everybody. Thanks.